everyone, and welcome to an extra special edition of Inside the Office. I am again joined by founder Jennifer Jones of Hager's Heart, and we are inside Hager's Heart to talk about all things nonprofit, Hager's Heart, and organizations within this sector. So why we're here today and why we're doing an extra special episode is because we're talking about our annual fundraiser, Carry the Joy, which we are super excited about. That will be hosted on April 11th of this year, and we cannot wait. So let's talk about it.
Absolutely.
What is Carry the Joy?
So, Carry the Joy, I have always loved parties. Just to have a party, to have. And so when Hager's Heart began, I knew I would need to have a party. I mean, there was never an option that we weren't going to have a party. But of course, 2021 is when our fiscal sponsor, we were able to start raising funds because we were growing. We were providing more ICU boxes. And because people still weren't in person at that point, we had an auction. And I can't even tell you how I came up with this idea, but I was able to get bags and different things to have a raffle for bags and purses and to have a auction. And so that's what we did. And as I was trying to think of a title, being that my master's is in reading and words are important, I was trying to find something that meant underneath something more. And so as I looked through Carry the Joy, of course, we carry purses, we carry bags. But as I looked into the words and the meanings and some synonyms, what caught my eye for carry was support. And so what we are trying to do is raise funds to carry joy or support happiness in a place in life which might not be very joyful.
Right.
So yeah, and we have done that. This will be our fifth in person, I
Woo-hoo.
think. Yeah, fifth, fourth, I can't remember, because we didn't do it in 2020. But what has been amazing is just watching the growth. And every year we've sold out, and it's because it's fun. And every year we've sold out. We have great food. We have great speakers. It's just a very big energy for something that's not really easy to talk about.
Right, absolutely. And so what does this event support? What does it carry for us?
Yeah. So what it carries for us is the ability to grow. The fact that 20,000 people a day are calling a hotline saying they're experiencing domestic violence obviously leads to millions who have shared that. We have a lot of work to do. And of course, our vision is to make sure that every survivor understands that they can end domestic violence too. I know a lot of us in this area would love to be put out of business, because if we're put out of business, that means no domestic violence exists. And so for Carry the Joy, it helps us with bringing on new people like we did last year. It helps us to expand who we are able to reach. Our goal is to be in every North Texas community or county by whenever that is. That's our goal. We haven't set a deadline, but we want to add 2 to 3 more shelters to partner with. And with that, it costs money. And so finding Carry the Joy is kind of our where we know we're going to get some money from, the funnel of money at this point, while we work with grants and while we work with corporate partnerships, which have grown immensely, of people being able to bring us in and help us share what domestic violence is, because that is also part of this, is educating people on it's more than a black eye. That 96% of men and women who call a hotline are dealing with verbal, emotional, and psychological abuse. And it's also to share that survivors are just like you, just like the person sitting next to you, and with 1 in 3 Texans being affected. And if we have 300, which is our sold out number, that means at least 100 that will be in our vicinity have either experienced it, know someone who's experienced it. And our biggest thing is to try and make more advocates, because our office is so small that we've got to have more advocates to help us in this.
Right, absolutely. It really does take a village to make all of this work. So let's also talk about how can people sponsor? Can people donate? How does that work? What is the tier list? Because it is such a huge event. And we, again, if it takes a village, we need all the help that we can get also.
Do. Yeah. I think, again, that's the most amazing thing. In the last year, we've brought in a lot of different corporate partners who will pack boxes in their company space, but then they're also giving back. We are working on I am working on solidifying those right now, but we have had multiple partnerships that have just come alongside of us, and we're just at the end of the deal. So don't have any official names that I can give, but know what we're looking at. So sponsorships can be anywhere from, if you want to be our presenting sponsor for $25,000, we are big partners at that point, but $25,000 also will help us grow into another 3 or 4 counties in North Texas. So while that's a big number, that is reaching 1,000 women with ICU boxes. It's providing 5 Santa shacks. I think, when you look at money, it's like, why should I give this? Well, I think the biggest thing for us is to share. It's so hard as domestic violence. We see the physical scars, but the inside is what we are truly working with. And it's just like a bully, right? We've all seen a bully, been a bully, experienced a bully. Well, bullying never stops. And so when you sponsor, you are helping a woman or a man who has felt that they have to be who they are, because if they are not stepping on eggshells or ready, the big explosion may happen. And so sponsors, and then even donors, what I have found even personally is when we can only give a little, we feel like we're nothing. But when you can give a little, it's helping still. So $25,000 to giving $100 to buying a ticket, and that's your donation. Giving a $100 item to our donation. I mean, like you said, it doesn't matter where you fit in the village. We just need your help and support. And so I think a lot of times, and like I said, I've been guilty of it too, if you're able to give merchandise, that is still just as important as the $7,500 sponsor.
Correct. Absolutely. Let's talk about the theme. Okay, so we've done a lot of Carry the Joys. This one is particularly very fun and very intriguing. Tell me more about it.
So I'm super excited. I am a visionary. I love to dream. And I feel like as we were looking at themes, and I was looking at the year of 2026, that it is a year to boldly dream. Being 5 years old, I shared a lot last year that we have gone from infancy to toddler. So the theme this year will be La La Land, the musical, and it is a night of boldly dreaming with Hager's Heart. And I'm going to tell you this, Caroline, it's funny because it was a Grammy Award winner in 2016, and I thought everyone would know. It was with Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling, and I don't know, see, I only know the movies. It probably was a musical at some point in New York, right? I don't know. But not a whole lot of people have seen it. And so, I'm thinking, okay, maybe we need to have a movie preview before. I'm not sure.
I'm saying.
Yeah, but the whole mission of Hager's Heart, it just really connected and resonated with me with the musical. You have a man and a woman who are seeking their dreams in Los Angeles, Hollywood, jazz club, and they feel like they're failing miserably because every time they think they're having a success, it blows up in their face. And this year, like I said, we have some pilots programs that are coming, and they're big, but they are needed. And so just to be able to boldly dream, dream is what we want. Dream is where we want to go. But having more people dream with you, what I've learned is it opens up more opportunities. But dreaming boldly is something that you can dress up for. I know people are really excited to dress up, or you put on that 50s dress, or you put on the suspenders and what are those hats? The derby hat?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of like a derby hat. You come as you are. And I think that's kind of the movie from the beginning to the end. Everybody comes as they are. And again, for me, that goes back to our mission. We want everyone to know they're seen and they're worthy and they're loved.
Well, I mean, we cannot wait. I cannot wait for Carry the Joy. I had so much fun at Carry the Joy 2025 that I can barely stand. I'm waiting for 2026. Any final notes, anything that maybe people should know about Carry the Joy that we've not touched on?
So, yeah, I mean, we do have volunteer opportunities. It's up now for that night on our in Neon One, which will be on our website under volunteer. So if you would like to come volunteer and help and be there for the night, we can greatly use your help. So the volunteering, otherwise, buy your tables and your tickets as soon as invitations hit the mail, which is pretty soon. If they they've already hit the mail, but hitting mailboxes pretty soon, because we are known to sell out within a month. So. Yeah,
we're excited. Please come see us. If you do want to volunteer, sponsor, understand more about what Carry the Joy is, you can visit our website, hagersheart.org/carrythejoy, which is HAGARSHEART/ the words Carry the Joy. We're super excited to carry the joy with you. We cannot wait. We will see you very soon. Thanks for watching again.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, Caroline.
Bye. Okay.
I think it may be Carrie /